Hello and welcome back to the show. It has been a couple weeks and well, some things have been kind of I don't know, crazy. What happened what happened 2 weeks ago? You weren't here or something like that, I think, and then like last week I was working and yeah. So, anyway, but we're back. So, anyway, what did you have going on a couple weeks ago?
I don't even remember.
So, I have kind of been looking at this. I want to step up my game a little bit in terms of the stream just a little bit at some point. I'm thinking about getting an actual like mixer board. Something I've been wanting for a while. I mean, what I'd really love is like something totally over the top, but I don't need anything quite this. I mean, it'd be cool, but I don't need anything quite this over the top. But these would be awesome. Hold on, let me pull this up here real quick. Let's see. Here we go. There you go, Zach. That's what I would love to have.
That's okay.
This is like the type of thing you find in a professional broadcast environment. They make smaller versions than that. Probably a little 8-channel one. Something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, those are intercoms. Oops. Let's see here. Consoles. I could do something like that, but I don't really like that design. It'd be compact for the desk, though. You know what, though? These things are like, actually, oh, you know what I didn't think about? I bet you these things are super, super expensive, though, because, so do you know how these things work? No, of course you don't.
No, I don't. I'm not an audio engineer. Thank you for asking.
So these are actually the different parts here are actually replaceable. So you can replace them with separate modules. So like at a studio, like a radio studio or something like that, you could swap a couple of these out with like a Telos unit or something like that. For what is it? For like telephone control. Do other cool things with them. Yeah, I kind of like this one. This one has some other options built into it here. This is something like you find in like a like a bigger radio station or something like that. But these are well, they used to make analog consoles where all the audio would come into the board and get mixed inside of the board. These are basically fancy control units, Zach.
Okay.
No audio goes through that actual board.
Okay.
So
well, where does it go with that?
So it goes to a like a controller unit, basically. That's going to be somewhere else located in the building. Let's see. Can I find kind of a picture of one? No. I might have to buy them in 2 different parts. Yeah, they go kind of through like a router kind of thing. Probably something similar to what this is. With all the inputs in that, and that can be in your rack room or whatever. And then you actually control them through the control surface, or the control unit here. And you basically just plug an Ethernet cable into the back of it.
Okay, well, I learned that today.
So, and what's neat about that then is that each one of those, in a lot of cases in these consoles, each talent can set up their own specific like profiles in them, because since none of the audio actually goes through the board, it's just a control unit. You can switch where specific channels are on the board, basically. So let's say one talent likes to have all their microphones, on the first couple channels, right? They can set that up, and let's say another talent doesn't like that. They can totally reconfigure the entire mixer to be whatever they want. So, anyway, I've heard stories about how radio studios have, and I don't know why this would be. It's kind of funny. Like, they have, like, tied the audio from, like, the TV in their studios into the mixer. And so if you're not paying attention, you hit specific buttons on it and certain things come up. So I've heard that before. But anyway, yeah. So, no, I'd love to have something cool like this, but, yeah, it'd be, a couple $1,000 probably for one of those. So.
Gonna have to pass.
Yeah. So, I don't know, I should know more next week, but, anyway, I may be, switching professions. Well, I'd still be in, like, a retail sales kind of environment, but, working possibly for a different establishment, than what I'm doing right now. I would no longer be in the device repair world. Kind of sad, but might be an opportunity to make some more money and grow in a different position. So, who knows? Anyway, it sounds like it's a Monday through Friday job, except for every other Saturday where I would work, like, I think 4 or 5 hours or something like that. So, anyway, but yeah. So that's what's new there. Oh, and yeah, so the bed behind me. Let's talk about that real quick here.
What is there to talk about?
I love technology, right? You love technology, Zach. But I think we could probably both agree that there are specific things that technology should just not be a part of.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Sure.
My bed has become one of those. So,
where is there even room for it?
what do you mean?
Like, a bed's a bed, right? Thing you sleep on? Like, how exactly can you soup up a cushy flat thing?
Well, Sleep Number has figured out how to do it. I mean, technology can mean a lot of different things, but anyway. So, I had, well, actually, I still have it, but anyway. So, that used to be a Sleep Number bed behind me. And I don't know if you know how the Sleep Number bed system works, do you?
Yeah, you set a number and then it inflates or something. I don't know.
So basically what it is it's the firmness or softness is adjusted by basically basically inflating or deflating a air chamber. And the theory behind that is that, if you're somebody who likes a bed that's softer, you set it for a lower number. If you're somebody who needs a bed that's a little bit firmer, you set it for a higher number. And now these new ones have like sleep IQ technology that like adjusts the bed like on the fly and things like that, depending on how you're sleeping on it and things. Anyway, so I am not a fan of the Sleep Number bed system.
Okay.
So here's the issue. So this is a full-size bed behind me. And so the Sleep Number had 2 separate chambers in it. Okay? So you could adjust the left side and the right side. Here's the issue with that is I don't sleep on one particular side of the bed, like all the way. And the chambers were just small enough that unless I kind of like slept, like with my body like kind of like a pencil, like I would float towards the middle of the bed. And in the middle,
Why don't you just set them both the same?
oh, I did. But in the middle, there was a gap. And they would put a little piece of foam in the middle there, right? So here's the issue. So I would tend to kind of fall towards the middle of the bed, and then I would end up sleeping like this at an angle.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it wasn't the most comfortable thing in the world. It was annoying when I was watching TV in bed. So, anyway, what was it? Last week or something like that? Went to bed. Woke up. Went to go crawl into bed that night. And I noticed something. I was like, I seem to be, my mattress seems to be a little bit softer than I remember it being this morning. So I'm like, well,
Did it have a hole in it?
Nonetheless, so I fill it up, right? I reinflate it. Next morning I wake up. This mattress seems to be, or this side seems to be a little bit softer than I remember it being when I went to bed last night. So, yes, I believe there's a leak in one of the chambers. And that was the end of that. I've had that Sleep Number bed for, probably over a year now. And the growing number of issues that I've kind of had with it finally led to the decision of me saying, nope, I'm over this bed. So I bought a new mattress.
Without any fancy thingos in it?
It's got some technology in it, but it's not the high-tech, computery technology that you would think of. So there are a number of beds that have been promoted online. You maybe seen them that you can purchase and they will ship to your house. Do you know any of the names?
I run ad block, thank you very much.
I know you do, but maybe you've seen these.
Absolutely not.
Okay, fine. Well, there's one company by the name of Purple. And so that is what I decided to buy. Now, when I say there's some technology in that bed, here's what I'm talking about. So, this is the little sample that they send you. And I don't know if can you see this, Zach?
Yeah.
So they call this the purple grid. And the theory is that it's supposed to like adjust and cradle your body really well and things like that. So anyway, yeah. So I've been sleeping on this bed. It showed up, yesterday? Oh my gosh. So this is hilarious. So it comes in a giant tube. It kind of looks like a giant, the tube is purple. So it looks like a giant purple torpedo, right?
Okay.
So we bring it into the house. It's wrapped in like a ton of plastic, right? So you cut this outer layer of plastic off, which took me probably a good 10 minutes to get this thing out of its wrapping. But anyway. Oh, come to find out, because somebody wasn't paying attention when they unboxed or like pulled it out of the tube. Yeah, they send you this in the box.
What is that?
In the tube. Guess what I found this?
What is it?
It's a knife.
Oh my. Okay. I don't know, by sleeping on it and cutting yourself, I don't know.
Wait, okay, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Said by sleeping on it and cutting yourself? I don't know. I don't believe that actually happened.
No. The blade is right here. I don't know if you can see that. So you put it around, but this is supposed to be for cutting the plastic, right? I found this after I got the bed all unwrapped using scissors and things like that. Anyway. So yeah, so I get this outer layer off, and then I pull the mattress up on top of the it's not really a box spring because there's no springs in it, but anyway. So pull it up on top of the platform, and then I cut the back end of the plastic that the mattress is actually wrapped inside of. And they compress this thing down to about 2 inches. As soon as I cut the back, I hear tss, and the mattress just goes like it inflated. So that was kind of cool. And then it was ready to go. So yeah, pretty comfortable. I think it's a little bit firmer than what the Sleep Number was, obviously. I kept the Sleep Number pretty low, but so far I have been pretty happy with it. So and so the best part is because I was just so over the Sleep Number bed, I wasn't going to attempt to fill it up every night and deal with that. So I ended up sleeping in the basement on the pull-out couch.
Wow, that's too bad.
Yeah, that was fun. So, anyway, yeah. Oh, hang on. I'm having headphone issues here. Okay, try talking to me, Zach.
I said, that's too bad. That sounds
there we go.
pretty uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, so I'm sad about this. So these are my Sony X headphones. So these were a collaboration between like Sony and Simon Cowell. And I've had these since about 2016, and they're falling apart. So sadly, I think it is time for a new pair of headphones. So yeah. Anyway, I'm looking at some ones from Sony. They're not like super over the top, like in terms of like the looks or anything like that, but they're gonna be like ones that are like found. They've been around forever. And they're ones that are like used in like the radio broadcast industry and things like that. They're supposed to be pretty accurate in terms of sound replication. So anyway, but yeah, so, damn it. Shoot. Anyway. These topics were pulled from a few weeks ago because I was kind of going through topics this week, and there was nothing really good. So, anyway. So this news is a little old, but nonetheless, still things that I think we should talk about. So, with that, let me do this real quick. Let's actually roll our intro. Something I don't think we've done for a couple weeks. So. The problem is I can't hear that anymore, so I don't know what it's done. But anyway. So, Zach, AMD did a thing a couple weeks ago. What was it?
They announced their new CPUs, didn't they?
Yeah, AMD reveals its new Zen3 Ryzen 5000 processors, including the world's best gaming CPU, Zach.
Well, that's actually interesting because Intel have long trumpeted their gaming superiority as the reason you should buy their product instead of AMD. So it will be interesting if these claims are substantiated with benchmarks and actual performance numbers to see what Intel's reaction will be. How will they convince you to buy their product if there is absolutely no arena in which it is the best?
This is true. Didn't a lot of that come down to IPC, though?
I mean, obviously, there will be certain things that they're better at, but
yeah,
I mean that's just how it is. Like even during the AMD FX era, there were certain things that those CPUs were better at, despite being generally vastly inferior parts.
Okay, Mr. Hardware Guru, because you are. So, what has it typically been? See, because I thought it was IPC, but what has it typically been that has kept Intel on top in terms of being the gaming CPU, if you will.
Well, I don't have a comprehensive answer because I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But that's a factor, and so is clock speed.
Although AMD has kind of been pushing the clock speed.
They
That's been a
have,
thing.
I was reading something, I don't remember what. I was reading something that cited a 25% IPC gain over the previous generation
For
from
Ryzen?
AMD here. Yeah,
Okay.
which is quite a big jump. That's probably the biggest factor in them eclipsing Intel here, if my memory serves me.
You know what's interesting though is, AMD has put a lot of emphasis on clock speeds and core counts specifically, right?
More core count than clock speed. And one other thing to point out is that AMD seems to be very aware that they can pretty much do whatever they want this generation, as I believe the prices of every part have gone up by $50, right?
Okay. The thing is though is, and I think that this is maybe an important thing to remember, is that even though yes they are making more powerful processors, uh more core counts, higher clock speeds, which does allow you to do more, especially if you're gaming and you want to stream. It allows you to do that from one system very easily. I think the thing to remember is that although and maybe this is still a compelling option here. I don't know. I'd like your input, but remember there are still a lot of games that don't take advantage of multi-core workloads.
That's true. However, they tend to be older and um
So game developers are embracing that now then.
yes, they are. Modern engines can take advantage of many cores.
Okay, so that is, see, because I knew that was a thing for a while there, where specifically games for a while there were, didn't really take advantage of that multi-core, multi-core workloads, which kind of opens up that discussion there. I guess is okay, sure, I've got a super powerful processor, but but then again, that also opens up, like I said, some compelling options where you can probably get away with a cheaper processor that is more powerful on the lower end of things, if that makes any sense. Rather than needing the top end Ryzen processor, you'd be fine with, and there's probably some truth to that on the Intel side as well. I've heard a lot of gamers probably going for Core i5s rather than a Core i7 or Core i9. And I guess
yeah, that used to be quite common.
I guess I think about it differently. If I saw somebody building a gaming PC and they're going for Core i5, I'm like, why are you buying a Core i5? Why didn't you go for an i7 or i9? But then again, I guess it's different for me because the type of workload that I'm doing with the system, based more on content creation than gaming, I can benefit from those extra cores.
Pretty much anybody can. Well, not really.
But when you're looking at the the type of workloads that you're doing, running Premiere Pro and rendering a video, running things like Blender,
Yeah, 100%.
Photoshop, things like that, things that can actually take advantage of the, well, I don't know, Photoshop can, but those programs that can take advantage of the multi-cores, workloads and things like that. Yeah, that's more important to me because it's the type of workload that I'm performing with my system.
Well,
So
in any case, what we've got is a significant IPC gain, allowing AMD to basically claim ownership of the best CPU just across the board, basically. Like, not obviously there are edge cases, but by and large, they're in front now, in even in the last stronghold of Intel resistance, which is gaming, and so the prices have gone up by $50. reflect that. And so, it would obviously be in our best interest if Intel put out something competitive, to compete with that and keep the prices down. But I guess this is how it's going to be for a while.
Let me ask you a question, though, real quick. What does Intel have to offer right now? They're still working on 10 nanometer, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know. There are some 10 nanometer Intel chips floating around, but I think they were mostly in laptops, no?
I don't know.
You keep calling me this, that, and the other, but the truth is, I don't keep up very much.
You used to, and that's the thing. But in terms of how hardware actually works, you tend to have a better understanding than I do. I'm software.
At the surface level.
I'm software. You're hardware.
I have a surface level understanding of some things.
Yeah, but again, your understanding of how the hardware works is, your knowledge is better than what mine is. I'm learning. I've learned a lot, but I still have gaps where you don't.
Everybody has gaps. I have tons of them.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is, like, I know software. I know Windows. Give me a server and I can configure it probably pretty decently well. I give you a server and it's going to take you longer than it's going to take me, more than likely. But not that you can't do it. But see, and that's the other way around. It's not that I can't figure out hardware. It just takes me longer to understand it than it does for you.
I've never set up a server from scratch.
So
never needed to. Never been asked to at a job. Never had to do it myself.
Yeah. I have. I've done multiple. But that's where I find joy.
Well, to tell you the truth, most of the complication comes from stupid software and stupid licensing and stupid then.
Well, so
the hardware being such massively different.
So, I think Microsoft server operating systems are licensed in some cases depending on how many cores your system has.
Yep, that's a thing. Honestly, that's just stupid. Why can't you just buy a piece of software and just use it? You added two cores. You don't get to use them. Oh, whatever, Microsoft.
There are different levels of, and I don't know if this is what ties into it, but there are different levels of. Well, there are different additions, shall we say, of just like with like the main Windows operating system. There are different editions of the server operating systems. There's like Work Center, there's Enterprise, there's I don't know. Anyway, so I'm sure that some of that goes into it, and the higher tier ones are designed for more like virtualization stuff and other things like that. So I don't know. Anyway, all the copies of server that I've ever obtained, and I just want to put this out there, I have obtained legally. I can't necessarily always say that about Windows. But yeah. Microsoft has a loophole in their licensing system. So did you know that you could activate your product through a telephone number?
Yeah.
So if you run into issues with license restrictions, utilize the telephone system, because a lot of times, and in all the cases that I've tried it, where maybe I've exceeded the number of installations on a system because various reasons, having to reinstall operating systems, things like that, right? I have been able to bypass the software activation check by using the phone system, because it'll ask you, how many computers do you have this currently installed on? And you put a number lower than, let's say, you're installing Office or something like that, and you get 5 licenses, and it's been installed on multiple systems multiple times, but currently, it's only installed on this number of systems. Anyway, so yeah, there's your workaround.
So I'm just waiting for the day that Windows is free because they're already making so much money off of you.
Well, technically, Windows was free for a while.
Well, yeah. For how long too? It was free for quite a while. I mean, to tell you the truth, it's hard to believe they even need to charge for it.
Well, there's still a loophole too. So if you own, we actually
a lot.
we upgraded. My manager brought in a laptop that he had when he was in college, and it's been in our store for as long as I've been there. And so we have it back by a repair table, and up until a couple weeks ago, it was still running Windows 7. Now, our IT department, and part of PCI compliance and being up to date with all that, has said that, and this was a while ago, this was back in like February or something like that, I think, February or March or something, had said, hey, you're basically not going to be able to access specific applications, things like our point of sale system and both of our point of sale systems. We couldn't access them through an older operating system. The web page would block us out, basically. So a couple weeks ago, we finally decided, hey, we're just gonna upgrade this system, right? Which has been nice because now we've been able to now have another system, in our environment that we can, look stuff up on and do other things like that. And especially if somebody's sitting back there doing a repair, rather than having to get up and walk to an actual computer that we could, log into our system on, we can just do it from there now, which is kind of nice. But ran the update, got it going, and it just pulled the built-in license that was already associated with that computer and activated Windows 10. Didn't have to pay for a thing.
Yeah, Microsoft is quite keen to let you have Windows 10 for free if you really, really want to, because they know they're still going to make money anyway.
It's funny. So they're
gonna harvest all your data, and they're gonna try to sell you stuff on the Windows Store, and all kinds of stupid stuff. Here's why. Right? So who cares?
You know what though? Here's why people pirate Microsoft software. You ready? So as part of this whole reinstallation thing, right? I put the Office suite on it, and we have a case. Or like a box, right? That had a Office 2016 product key on it. And so I attempted to install Office 2016 onto this laptop, right? I could not find a download link for Office 2016. But I have one for Office 2013. So what did I do? I pulled the one that I have for Office 2013, installed it, and then went through the whole phone activation thing. I tried to do the legal thing.
Well, that's too bad. Microsoft doesn't want your money that bad, I guess.
I tried, Microsoft. You made it too hard. So, Anyway. I guess by way of looking at it, they're making enough money off of the new products, and I'm wanting to use something that's a little bit older, and I'm totally fine with that. Do they really care at that point?
They probably do, but I don't.
Anyway, so I tried to do the right thing.
I just find it really, really hard to feel guilty about anything like that. Nah.
I tried to do the right thing, and it didn't work. So anyway, I finally just said screw it. Anyway, so yeah, so AMD, back to this, has launched Ryzen 5000 series, and it's worth noting that this is the first these are the first chips to be part of the next gen Zen3 architecture too.
Zen3, that's right. And speaking of new AMD products, in a couple of days we're going to get an announcement of Radeon stuff too.
Yeah, the RX 600,
6000 series,
or
yeah. So I actually
6000.
read an interesting rumor that AMD plans to, despite launching their product how many months late after Nvidia, they still plan to be able to ship more product in 2020 than Nvidia has or will.
Well,
I hope that's true because I mean, I want to get a new graphics card.
oh yeah. You know what?
I'm not
It's in
bent
here.
on either. I don't know who will be the manufacturer of my new graphics card, but I will see how the announcement pans out, how the availability looks, how the performance looks, and I will decide what I want to do.
It's
But
in
I really
here.
hope that it turns out good because it seems like the availability will be a lot better than Nvidia's product, and I'd be happy to go that way if it's good.
It's in here. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Now might be a good time for me to look for an upgrade for a graphics card. There's nothing wrong with my graphics card in this system, but it's on the little bit older side. It's 1060. So
If you don't want to, you don't want to buy anything new, the used market's going to be great right about
exactly, that's
now.
what I'm saying, and I have no problem with that. That's why I'm saying it might be a great time for me to look for a 2080 or something like that, or I don't know. Anyway, because I don't mind having a little bit older graphics card in the system, but it'd be kind of a nice time to maybe look at an upgrade too. So something to think about. Anyway, so AMD is also setting expectations high, promising that the new Ryzen 5900X is nothing short of the world's best gaming CPU. The new chips will be available starting at $299 for the entry-level Ryzen 5 5600X model on November 5th. So they haven't been released yet. Very, very close.
No, they haven't been out yet.
Like next week. Yeah, next week.
I am happy with my 3900X and will not be participating in this cycle.
I am happy with my 2900X. And
however, I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, it's probably not necessary, but maybe if maybe the next product cycle that comes around, maybe if the used market looks really good on the 5000 series, I could pick something up, but probably not. I expect more years out of mine.
Now, here's what we do. I sell mine on the used market. I buy your motherboard and CPU.
I wouldn't want to get a new motherboard.
Is the next generation going to still...
You can pop those straight into an X570 board, yeah.
Okay, see, I'm going to be the one that's going to be in trouble, aren't I? Or can I
What do you have? What chipset do you have?
I don't know.
You should probably find that out.
How do I figure that out?
CPU-Z tell you what your chipset is? I think it does. It tells you a lot of, not even that useful things.
Do I have CPU-Z on here? I probably do. I have it in a portable somewhere. Let's see here. Storage
information.
Application CPU-Z. Dang. It's probably gonna complain at me that it's out of date.
Oh, it always complains to me, yeah. Always.
Yeah, it's asking for an update. Let's see. AMD Ryzen 7 2700X.
If you have an X470 board, it might work. I forget, because there's all kinds of there was some drama a while back about backwards compatibility. I think X470. Yeah, X470 should work.
X370.
That probably won't work then.
Yeah.
Well, it might. I actually don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I think that there's a high chance it won't work.
I'm pretty sure that I've heard enough that would make me believe that I would need to buy another motherboard. But the used market would be pretty you know, I don't mind having things that are a little bit older. You know, as long as I can still accomplish the work that I want to. Look, Redmond right now is more than powerful enough for a system for me for what I do. I don't do a ton of content creation, but when I do, it is powerful enough to do that. And most of what I do throughout the day, this system can handle it just fine. In fact, I probably have a way more powerful system than what I actually need for my daily day-to-day tasks. So, which is why for years I just kind of had a toaster. Because it's really all I needed. So, but no, Redmond is nice when I'm doing specific tasks like burning DVDs and other things like that. So for that, it is good. Anyway. Although what I might do, I might look on the used market for some good hardware and things like that to build a like a virtualization server. That is one thing that I would love to do. So anyway, so like last year's Zen 2 based Ryzen 3000 desktop chips, these new models replace the new 500 5000 series processors. Like last year's Zen 2 based Ryzen 3000 desktop chips, these new models replace. The new 5000 series processors are still using AMD's 7nm process, but offer a 19% increase in instructions per clock, along with a complete redesign of the chip layout and a higher max boost speed. The new chipsets are jumping straight to Ryzen 5000 series branding to avoid any confusion of the Zen 3 chips. With the Zen 2 based Ryzen 4000 desktop chips that AMD released over the summer. I remember that. Yeah, the naming was kind of confusing. Because it was like they had released Ryzen 3000 and Ryzen 4000, but they were still on Zen 2, not Zen 3. So, because previously everything, you know, Zen 2, the 2000 series is Zen 2. So, but altogether, AMD says that simply replacing a Zen 2 CPU with a comparable Zen 3 model, the new chips are compatible with older motherboards after a firmware update. So you might need a firmware update, Zach.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah.
Wait, are they releasing new motherboards?
I don't know. I don't actually know. This will result in an average of about 26% improvement for customers, all while keeping TDP and core counts the same. So AMD is going to be starting with 4 new Zen 3 CPUs. There's the top of the line Ryzen 9 5950X model with 16 cores and 32 threads and a max boost speed of 4.9 gigahertz for, you've heard pricing on these, haven't you?
Like $800?
Yeah, $799.
Yeah, see, last year that would have been $749.
Yeah.
AMD are taking a page out of Intel's playbook here.
They are
upping the price when they're ahead, you know. See, this is why AMD are just as bad as Intel. They're just the underdogs right now, but now they're not anymore.
I know, right? The Ryzen 9 5900X has 12 cores, 32 threads. And the pricing on that one will be what?
$550?
Yeah, $549. You're doing good.
Yeah, it's just $50 more on everything. Duh.
There's the Ryzen 7 5800X with let's see, hang on. The Ryzen 9 5900X, 12 cores, 32 threads, max boost speed of 4.8. The Ryzen 7 5800X has 8 cores, 16 threads, and a max boost speed of 4.7 gigahertz. And that one will run you, oh, excuse me. Okay, so $799, $550, $450, And then 300 for the Ryzen 5 5600X with 6 cores, 12 threads, and a max boost speed of 4.6 gigahertz. So, yeah, here we go. Okay. Yep. So 799, 550, 450, 300. So, notably, each of these chips has gotten, yep, like you said, a $50 price increase compared to the original prices of the comparable Zen 2 CPUs from 2019. All 4 new CPUs will be available starting on November 5th. So, a couple weeks away. AMD is taking a direct shot at Intel with the new lineup, particularly the company's Core i9-10900K model, which Intel has previously boasted is the world's fastest gaming processor, while AMD's chips don't beat Intel's 10th gen chips on sheer clock speed. Intel's top chips make out at a boost of 5.3 gigahertz? They have topped 5 gigahertz?
They have for some time now, I believe.
So what are the, is that
It's only
a
in
boost?
specific scenarios, though. It's not going to boost on all cores to 5 point whatever.
Oh, okay. But that is a boost. That's not its actual core speed or clock speed.
No.
Okay.
It will only boost that high if the...
I thought the chips were actually running at 5.3 gigahertz.
Well, they will if
No, like,
to.
I thought, like, out of the box.
They will do that out of the box if the thermal situation permits it and the power situation permits it. They will. Not on all cores, I don't think.
Yeah, that 1600 watt gaming CPU that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
1600 watts. No CPU exists that has such a high wattage, does it?
I wonder if that was a
That's
typo.
like putting a nuclear reactor in your PC.
I wonder if that was a typo. Anyway, AMD does not offer other advantages like improved power efficiency and higher core and thread count. So, the company also points to benchmarks. We've talked about benchmarks before, though. Like, every company's going to pick benchmarks that make their product look superior.
Yeah, just never trust the company's benchmarks. Never, never, never. You know, they always pick games or, well, a lot of the time it's games. You know, we talk about graphics cards and CPUs. Games are a big use case for them. And, you know, they always pick games that are favorable for them, applications that are favorable to them. Doesn't matter. They're always going to do that. And why wouldn't they do that? Anybody who just takes that at face value is the fool, really.
Sorry, I was just thinking about something.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta see if I can find this. This was a couple weeks ago. So remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about the gamer UPS, right?
Oh god, yeah, that was horrible. Gamer UPS. God. Horribly useless product.
Here it is. Oh no. I found something even better, Zach. I totally forgot about this. And I should have just I wish I would have remembered it because it would have set you even more over the top. But this will be worth it right now. Here you go, Zach.
What?
Oh, oops. There you go. I gotta hit the button.
Is that chewing gum for gamers? It's kind of small for me to read because my window is like smaller. The window on my screen is like smaller than my phone screen.
Well, make it bigger.
Respawn gum? It's for gamers? Gamer gum? Are you kidding me? Who's supposed to buy this? What's wrong with normal gum? Is it RGB? We're gonna give epileptic seizures to people who have that problem? Oh, this is horrible. This is like the peak of gamer product cringe right here. Gamer gum. Like chewing gum. Like the stuff that you ate in middle school and stuck under the desks and made teachers angry? That stuff for gamers? Gamer branded chewing gum? Are you... Why? Who thinks anyone wants this?
Oh, okay. I'm good. I'm good.
Who asked for this? Did
Okay.
anyone wake up in the morning and be like, man, I'm a gamer. I wish there was gum for gamers.
Oh, Razer's latest edible product is chewing gum made for gaming.
Wait. Hold on. I need you to step back a moment here. Latest edible product? Razer makes another edible product for gamers?
No.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
What else? What other horrible ideas do they have? Ooh.
Okay.
Horrible.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, but why? Who asked for this? Who decided this needed to be
I'm sorry, Zach. You gotta take. I can't. Please take the lead on this. There's the
nothing.
article. No, please.
Cool mint, tropical punch, pomegranate, watermelon. This is not.
I need to catch my breath. Please. There's the article.
Those aren't like gamer flavors.
Oh.
How is that? Honestly, I expected more cringe to come from the flavors, to tell you the truth. I expected I don't know.
Woo.
Quick scope orange or I don't know. Something like that, but I guess not. This is supposed to improve your reaction time and focus?
What?
Why? What? Huh? That's not how this works. Maybe it will work by placebo effect. People will chew this gum and be like, man, I can really feel it. But their brain is just making it up. I don't know.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Yeah, Razer's latest gaming accessories, chewing gum, aimed at boosting your focus and reaction times in games. They teamed up with 5 Gum from Mars Wrigley to make Respawn by 5 Gum in 3 flavors: Cool Mint, Tropical Punch, and Pomegranate Watermelon. The gum is available starting at $2.99 per 15 sticks pack, or $27.99 for 10 pack. It will be available from Razer.com as well as Amazon. Okay, here you go. Razer previously released a flavored energy drink mix in 2019.
Oh, well, actually, I mean, there are... I guess this isn't the first, gamer food product. Remember all those, Doritos promotions? Ugh.
No, I kind of don't, but...
I remember for a while you could get, I don't know, you could get Call of Duty bonuses or something if
no. Okay. I wish you had a webcam because I would love to see the reaction on your face. But
this is just the dumbest product I've seen in a while, to be honest.
Hold on. Here you go, Zach. Okay. Razer says this gum was developed with a extensive amount of R&D.
Whatever.
Yeah. Part of which came from studying the daily regimens, gaming schedules, and snacking habits of casual and pro gamers. If you were turned off by the high amount of caffeine in the drink mix, you might like that the chewing gum only source of caffeine is from the green tea extract with the recipe. Razer says it's developed a product that can be consumed at any time of day or night and keep gamers focused, but not continuously affect them once the game was over. Interestingly, the gum is black, but Razer reviewers guide. What? Razer's reviewer's guide for the
Reviewer's
gum.
guide. See that right there? Yeah, that's probably some document they sent to the people who quote unquote reviewed this product and basically told them what to say.
Razer's reviewer's
Or
guide for the
it
gum made
guided
sure to
them on what
note that
they
it won't
hope
turn
that
your
they will
mouth
say.
black.
Right. So do people really have a fear of that? Like, is that a thing that people? Oh, I can't eat that food. It'll make my mouth that color. No, that's not how it works. Unless you like eat paint. Don't eat paint.
Okay. That wasn't your more.
Look at this picture.
That was. Hold on.
This picture's horrible too. This chew, focus, win. Look at them. They're all serious. Like,
wait, where?
gotta play some games with my Respawn gum.
Oh. You mean that right there?
Yeah, that picture on the article. Look at that. Oh, that's horrible. Look at it's like in his eyes. Like, what kind of drugs did you take, sir? I took Respawn gum. Oh my gosh.
That was funny.
That's awful. This product is horrible. This product is hilariously bad.
Okay.
Hilariously pointless.
That was better than I was expecting.
What does a normal pack of gum cost? Like,
I don't know. It
for
depends
15
on...
sticks of gum, this is $3 for 15 sticks of gum. How much does a normal pack of gum cost? I haven't bought gum in such a long time.
No, I haven't either. 5 gum.
Let's look it up.
5 gum for 15 pieces, 10 pack, $12.97. So it might actually be somewhat on par.
Wait, hold on.
Anyway, while you're doing that...
12. Oh, wait, 10 times 12. Oh, wait, yeah.
While you're doing that,
Amazon thinks I'm in the UK. I'm not in the UK.
Is that where your VPN is set up?
No. I'm not even using one right now.
Okay, so this was interesting. So we're gonna skip a couple topics here.
Whatever, I don't know.
Because we went kind of long on this show. Anyway, so we'll cover a couple.
You mean like every week? Hold on, I gotta answer.
Yeah, but it's like we're already an hour in. I guess we go an hour and a half usually. 5:36. Okay, well, whatever. So Microsoft. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, so Microsoft's new $549 Surface Laptop Go aims to compete with Chromebooks. Now, when I saw this, my first question
was on the phone. What are you talking about?
Microsoft's new $549 Surface Laptop Go aims to compete with Chromebooks. Now, when I first
$549, that's never going to compete with a Chromebook. That's
I
competing
thought.
with real laptops.
That's what I thought.
Chromebooks compete with like Android tablets because they're just that cheap.
And that's what drew me to this story was when I saw the price. I was like, "What? $549?"
You can go buy a real laptop for that much money. And maybe it has merits compared to a real laptop.
Okay,
but it definitely only competes with the best of Chromebooks. And frankly, I don't know why you'd buy the best Chromebooks that are around like $500+ for a Chromebook. Why not just buy a real laptop?
Right, we've got
all the luxuries of a real laptop.
We've got one from Lenovo in our store. It's probably a couple $100, and it works great for what we do with it, which is mostly use it to look things up for customers. So sometimes Google searches, and it's nice when I'm showing them specific products or things like that. I can take it out to the floor with me and pull things up and have a nice, I can, compare things and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, no, what drew me to the story was the fact that the price in there was like, what? But Microsoft is introducing a new Surface Laptop Go today. This was a couple weeks ago. This was October 1st. Designed to be a more affordable alternative to the company's more premium devices. Okay, fine, I will give them that. It's one of the lowest cost Surface devices yet at just $549. It's only beaten in Microsoft's lineup by the $399 Surface Go 2, and it's clearly designed to target potential Chromebook buyers. But
Speaking of which, sorry.
I don't understand how, though. But what were you going to say?
I was going to say that speaking of Surface, my employer has several of them, and they break all the time. Like, one of our sites has a bunch of them, and they are not going to be getting new ones because they break too many times, and they're basically written off when they break.
And this is news to who?
Well, me, because I've never had to work with them before.
Zach, it's a product designed by Microsoft. What did you expect?
Yeah, okay, look, I didn't expect miracles, okay, but I expected a little bit better than that.
This is, Zach, this is the company who builds the same exact software that is designing the devices, and the graphics cards magically disappear out of them.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying.
I know.
But what breaks on them to the point where they're just a write-off?
Oh, it could be anything. Any kind of hardware failure, like battery bloats, or, like the speakers don't work or whatever. Any kind of hardware failure is a write-off on those. Usually it's the batteries, but they bloat after just a few years. Like, hello? A little mumbling.
Sorry, okay, I just got interrupted there. So, that's why my mouth was moving, you couldn't hear me. Anyway, okay, I'm sorry. What were you saying? What breaks
Any
on
kind
them?
of hardware failure, any kind of hardware failure, that's a write-off. Typically it's the batteries that bloat, which is actually kind of stupid since they're like, what, 3-4 years old at the most?
Well, yeah, batteries do that, though.
Yeah, but not in 3 to 4 years. We have laptops older than that don't
well, so it
bloat.
depends on, see, here's the thing, right? So here's what I think happens with lithium-ion batteries when they do that, because we see this from time to time in our entity, is what we think happens with them is the charging, whatever controls them from overcharging, we think just fails over time, and then what ends up happening is they just end up overcharging, and then they end up swelling like that. So it could just be poorly manufactured batteries.
I don't know.
So, but I have done a couple Surfaces before, and yeah, they're not a easy device to get into. You have to take the screen off.
When a Surface's battery bloats, that device is toast because it just breaks everything in its path.
Well, it breaks a screen, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, and the screen's a very expensive component to fix.
I'm actually interested.
So I would like if we could wrap it up in about 10 minutes.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, then let's finish this up. Yeah, anyway, no, okay, so I don't believe that this is going to be a competitor to the Chromebook. It's too expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. 8 gigs of
Only
RAM.
the high-end Chromebooks will take any heat from this thing, and I don't know, I mean...
Yeah, no.
I don't really think the high-end Chromebooks were really viable in the first place, to be honest.
Let's see here. MSI promises refunds after subsidiary sold RTX 3080 cards at markup on eBay.
Oh, I saw that. Some company that is like basically owned by MSI Was literally scalping 3080s.
Yeah.
Funny how that goes, isn't it?
That its subsidiary Starlit partner got access to MSI's new GeForce RTX 30 series graphics cards in error after it was found selling them at huge markups on eBay.
Oh, that's classic right there.
Yeah, after links between the two companies emerged, users on Reddit accused MSI of taking advantage of stock shortages to scalp customers with inflated prices via a subsidiary. MSI says that anyone who bought graphics cards over their MSRP from Starlit will be offered the choice of a full or partial refund. I wonder if you have to send the product back or not.
Well, if you get a full refund, I'm sure you do. But if you get a partial refund, I'm sure it's just a refund of the excess amount, and then you get to keep the product.
In a statement posted on Twitter, MSI confirmed that Starlit Partner is an individual sales subsidiary under the company, and said it usually sells MSI's excess inventory and refurbished items. MSI says Starlit would not normally be given new product like the GeForce RTX 30 series graphics cards, but an error allowed them to access the inventory they were not permitted to handle. In response, MSI said that Starlit will be contacting anyone that bought the graphics cards at an inflated price to offer them a choice of a full refund or partial refund of any amount paid over the card's MSRP. Moving forward, MSI will enforce a stricter policy to avoid situations like this happening again.
Probably means they're just going to yell at the person responsible for getting caught.
Yeah, I don't know all the legality, but I might cut ties with that partner.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know about that, but actually, yeah, it probably is. I'm pretty sure it's illegal for them to basically scalp their product like that. Which is probably the only reason they're offering refunds.
Let's see. The issue only affected 4 cards in total. They were removed from sales as soon as possible. Okay.
I wonder how many were actually sold.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Interesting. The iPhone 12 has been released.
Oh yeah, with no charger in the box, right?
Like yep. No charger in the box. You know, I saw something.
I saw so much like rage online about that. Oh, charger in the box. What is this? And then you know what I thought was really funny is that Samsung made a joke at Apple's expense for that. You just know they're waiting to do the same thing, just like the headphone jack.
Well, no. Remember we had that article where Samsung is thinking about bringing the headphone jack back.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that Samsung won't put the chargers back in the box in a few years, but...
Well, so, okay, here's the thing. I don't think that the idea of not having a charger in the box is a horrible idea. I just think that you should have the option to choose whether or not you want one in the box or not. And if you choose not to, then the product and the price of that charger should be excluded from the price of the device.
Yeah, but did Apple reduce the price? Probably not.
No. No.
Didn't think so.
What?
That is why they're wrong.
I did see an article though that said that if Apple here's the reason they said that they're doing it, right? Is
environmentally friendly or whatever.
Right. If Apple is really going to be environmentally friendly though, you know what they would do? They would switch to USB-C.
Yep.
So, yep. Hold on. Let's talk about this real quick, and then I got one more gaming thing that's gonna make you fly off the rails again, I think. AMD just announced its new Zen 3 powered Ryzen 5000 series CPUs that we talked about earlier, but CEO Lisa Su didn't stop there, ending her presentation with a preview of AMD's other big PC announcement, the company's upcoming RX 6000 Big Navi GPUs, which is set to announce on October 28th. Okay, so that's just in a couple days.
Yep.
So we'll see.
We'll see how that pans out. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful for some actual competition in the GPU space for once.
For something better than what you have big expectations for Vega. And
I did not. You keep telling me I did. I did not. My eyeballs on it. That's what I had. I had my eyeballs on it. I had my eyeballs on it until it was a 500-watt space heater. Or whatever.
500-watt space heater.
That's probably an overstatement of the power situation, but it's a funny exaggeration. Whatever. Yeah, I will be evaluating my options when their product launches.
All right,
As
Zach.
I do wish to have a new graphics card, but I don't know who's going to make it. Yeah, I talked about it earlier.
There you go.
What is that? Is that a gaming credit card?
It is!
What? Why do you need that? A Razer credit card?
Razer's made a light-up prepaid credit card.
For what reason? Oh! No! Oh, this is bad. This is so bad.
Here we go
again. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. I'm not sure, honestly, this is probably even worse than the Gamer Gum. Because, this represents a much greater financial commitment. Okay?
My headphones out.
This represents a much greater financial commitment than a few dollars for a few sticks of gum.
Oh. No, Razer just wanted to be on the same train as Apple, apparently.
Yeah, Apple has a credit card too, don't they?
Yeah, but Apple's doesn't light up like Razer's does, apparently.
Oh, that's too bad. I guess I know which one I'm going with.
Gaming peripheral company Razer is known for making a lot of interesting products that go well beyond its core PC hardware market, but nothing prepared us for the news of Razer's latest venture, a light-up prepaid credit card. Razer has created its very own credit card that lights up, and but no RGB.
Oh, what a shame.
But the Razer logo on the front of the card glows in the company's signature green each time you use it for contactless payment, which is a nice touch. There are two other ways to get the card. There's a virtual version for a digital wallet app or a standard black card, which does not light up. Why does this exist? Well, this card is designed so customers can earn some of Razer's unique gamified rewards. Razer says its reward system is different than loyalty programs, as it allows cardholders to track, score, and redeem rewards based on tasks and everyday transactions. Like the Apple Card and Apple Pay, the Razer Card will allow customers to use the card alongside Razer Pay, the company's e-wallet app available in Singapore and Malaysia. Prepaid card owners can get 1% cash back on select purchases and 5% cash back on items purchased directly through Razer's online store. The card is currently in beta, so customers can get a temporary 10% discount on purchases through Razer's online store, with a chance to redeem up to $2,000 worth of Razer gear and free card upgrades. Razer did not detail what type of rewards would be redeemable, but we'd like to think at least one of the rewards might be a gaming laptop. Okay. Oh, it's only in beta, available in Singapore to the first 1,337 people who sign up for it. Razer has not commented on how long the beta will run or what other countries the Razer card may come to. Okay. Yeah, there you go. A credit card from Razer, Zach.
Cringe.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of a weird show this week. We just kind of burned through a lot of quick topics this week. Really fast. But anyway, yeah, I've got nothing else. So with that, thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Get subscribed down below if you haven't done that already. And